Hello, a very good afternoon to my dear students. This is Professor Sapna Sharma from Business Administrative Campus, Modern College, BBA department. So, student, into our last session, we were talking about how the social media has impacted the business world. Not only the business world, but also to the personal life and to the acquisition. You can say customer acquisitions that we talk about acquisition, sorry, that is customer acquisition, customer acquisitions and all. Now in today's particular session we will be talking about what exactly this monetization is. Monetization, exactly it is, and how we can relate monetization with our social media marketing itself. Okay, so see, monetization itself is a word which is having a lot of perceptions. Various types of perceptions are there. If you talk to the five people, they will be having their own level of perception with respect to the monetization. Okay, so if you talk Merriam-Webster, so he talks monetization is nothing but a kind of utility. Okay, and with the help of this utility, we people are generating profit. Okay, and as for the normal people, if we talk about, they talk about monetization is nothing but making money, so called as. So ultimately, from this particular slide, you can come to know that monetization is nothing but a money making kind of mechanism. We are talking about money. We are talking about the asset. Okay, asset is money, cash. Your okay, it is nothing but a asset, right? That you people are using, that you people are spending, that you people are using so that you can buy something, or you can from money you generate the another level of money. So monetization helps you a lot into that. Okay, it is something a kind of process which will help you a lot in those stuffs. Now, why monetization? Like, people ask, this is the very general question that is being asked by the people, who are living into that social media world, or the people who have businesses. So they ask, if they don't have the idea about the monetization, so they ask, okay, you are telling, ma'am, you are just telling, yes, it will give us some profit, or we can make money and all, but can you just give a depth information, what exactly in terms of money also what you're doing? So with the help of monetization, dear student, you can get a great ROI, that is return on investment. Okay, return on investment means, for example, return on investment is exactly what? For example, you have invested your 100 rupees on someone, or in something. Okay, for example, you were playing a game, now the video games and all, we people go to the malls, and in malls also we people are having so superior type of games and all. So for example, I want to play a game where I want to invest 100 rupees, and I want to play in such a way that my particular that a game should give me 3 times more. Means, like, if we play properly, example, so that game will be giving me 3 times more amount of what I have invested. I invested only 50 rupees. Okay, imagine I invested only 50 rupees, but I will be getting 3 times out of it, around 150 to 200 rupees I will be getting. So that is nothing but the ROI on the investment, what I am getting back. If I have done some kind of investment, what I am getting back out of it? You must be knowing about the bitcoins, right? Then cryptocurrency, and then you people must be knowing about the mutual funds and all. So these are nothing but a kind of organizations where you are investing your money, right? You give your money to them, and what you are expecting out of it, you are expecting some kind of things later on, right? Wait a second. So you are expecting some kind of value out of it. You invested 100 rupees or 1000 rupees. So after few years or after few months, if you just take out that money, so you would be expecting that that money should have some add-on inside it, right? It shouldn't be like 1000 rupees only. I should get more than 1000 rupees. That is what ROI is, okay? And not monetization is not only for generating the money. In fact, it increases the opportunities also. Opportunity you can consider in various terms: opportunity of generating the money, opportunity in in enhancing your particular business, to understand your business, to scalable your particular business, to standardize your business. There are a lot of terms that you can consider in opportunities. So monetization plays a very important role in terms of the business. Okay, in terms of the business so far. So currently, if you talk about the market growth and scalability, so social networking is already reaching a maturity stage. Maturity stage means what? It is a stage nothing but where we take the right decision. So with the help of social networking, we somehow taking the right decisions, because we get a lot of ideas, we get a lot of feedback, we get a lot of views, and with the help of those views, with ideas, with the analytical power, we easily able to understand it. Okay, now market growth and scalability in terms of social networking, if you say, as per the 2015 prediction, it is very much good in Asia. It is growing actually. But whereas if you talk about the America and Europe or Eurasias and all, European countries and all, there it is declining. So it is going down and down. There might be some reasons behind it. There are a lot of reasons why the countries or the continent are accepting the social media, and why they are not accepting the social medias, due to some consequences, due to some disadvantages and all. So whenever you just make any kind of business, and you try to put a business onto the online, you have to understand the market first. If you understand the market, then only you can go ahead, right? When you talk about the investments and all, right, you understand the share market, right? Share market is a kind of you can say a very very bad type of market, right? There you have to understand the market itself. You have to understand where to invest your money and where not to invest your money, which shares you need to take and which share you should not take, right? It totally depend upon your understanding levels and all. So online social network will reach a monetizable scale of consumer expenditure of at least $200 billion in 16 countries. You can understand what is the monetization values of consumer expenditure. So it is a very good amount. It is not a good, it is a very huge amount, dear student. Okay, so this is the growth that you are talking about. Whereas if we compare the monetization with traditional offline media monetization, nowadays that monetization we are doing, it is all online, right? It is an online. And if you talk about the traditional offline media, that was a mass media means what? Television was there, newspaper was there, magazines were there, radios were there, through which we used to publish, or we used to do the publication of anything, right? We used to we used to tell the people what exactly we want to, right? With the help of television, we used to do a lot of advertisement, right? As you people see, if you go 10 years, 12 years, 15 years back, you will not found the internet over there, right? Internet was not into the great role at that time. But at that time, televisions were the very good aspect. There you used to give the advertisement. In newspaper, you used to get the advertisement. So you were assuming, for example, if I put an advertisement into Times of India, so you were expecting those people who are reading the Times of India, at least they will read my advertisement so far. So you were having a very different level of calculations over there. Whereas when you talk about the online, the calculation is totally different. And when you talk about the web trend, monetization in terms of web, there you are using the third party. Third party means what? You and your publication area is not only present, in fact, along with the publication area, you are also having the third party who will boost up your advertisement that you're trying to sell out, or you're trying to show to the people. So that is the most important thing, right? We have to understand all those aspects also. If you people go to the Amazon, I will explain you what is third party basically. Most of the student doesn't understand, or most of the people doesn't understand what is third party, right? You should understand the third party also. Imagine you people do the shopping onto the Amazon, onto the Myntra, right? So Myntra is nothing but an e-commerce website which is showing you a lot of different type of products or different type of brands in terms of different items and all. So what happened, dear student, when we talk about those brands and also if we want to buy those brands or if we want to buy that particular product, so exactly what we have to do, we are once we buy, once we add to cart and once we click onto the payment. So the payment is not you are not doing the payment onto the Amazon. You are using a third party application or you are using somebody else who will help you to do the payment. So Amazon is having the different type of third party. One third party is the bank. Okay, you enter the your credit card number, expiry dates, CVV number and all that, right? And one third party is nothing but the Google Pay or Paytm or GPay or like Phone Pay. A lot of things are there. I don't know. Those are the third party, dear student. They are not the permanently they are available, but they will be always available when the terms so called as payment come. But it is not the actual payment mode or a payment gateway that is being provided by the Amazon itself. It is an attachment, dear student. Okay, so when we make the monetization as a online or a web based, there we use the third party that will extend this monetization aspect and all. Okay, monetization is a kind of revolutionary area which changes your concept of of using the money, of taking the money or giving the money or generating the money and all. Next, online monetization means what? You have to use .com inside it, right? You are using the .com. It is a kind of it is basically used .com boom, the .com boom. Online monetization area. .com boom is a kind of a massive investment area for the startups and all. It is a very promising area for the profit. So it was a very boosting type of thing and nowadays the people use it. In today's boom is different, right? They are .com boom, they are talking about 2000 when it started actually and how it take a rocket launch, but nowadays it is something different. Nowadays we people have attached this online monetization with e-commerce websites. We are experiencing the money in terms of e-commerce website. We are using the e-commerce website to make the things more and more flourish and all, right? Fine. Now this is a video, dear student. From this video you will easily come to know about the monetization and all, but let's you can go around the world and you can understand social media monetization framework. When you talk about the social media monetization framework, so you have so many things inside it. You have one type is subscription, second one is virtual currency, means the currency which you are not having into a physical terms. Okay, then you have the freemium, then you have the advertising. So these are the social media monetization framework, most important component that you people are using. You have the others also, sponsored content, the content which is add on, which makes your business, which makes your brand, which makes your product more appropriate. Then you have affiliate. Affiliate means what? It is a kind of you get a kind of authorization, right? So we will be studying. So these are the framework, most important component. So first we understand what is subscription. Subscription means what? Users regularly pay a set fee to a provider for a service. Means you people are paying some cost so that you people can use that service. So you are just paying that particular money to some kind of service providers. So they will help you. That is nothing but subscription. Okay, subscription means you pay and you enjoy the services so far. Next is subscription format. There are the different type of subscription format, that is selling access would be there. Usage based quotes would be there. Paywall. Paywall is also known as freemium, you can say. So these are the three different type of formats in the way you people can do the subscription. Okay. Next is subscription, pros and cons if you talk about. Pros means advantages, cons means disadvantages. If you talk about the pros, so it is like, somehow very much simpler, and you can easily estimate or you can easily understand the revenue part over there. And like, it is very much famous in terms of users aspect. But when you talk about the disadvantages, content, like there is a problem with the content. When you talk about the subscription component in your framework, in the monetization framework, so content can be a problem. So it is very much important to make your content more valuable, and your content should be also protected. It is very much important. If you're not making your particular content protected, then there can be somehow some issues inside it. Okay, let me just go ahead. Example is Spark Network, niche dating website. Niche dating websites, that these are the type of, like, websites or the networks that you people can use for your subscriptions so far as. Okay, now next is virtual currency. Now when you talk about the virtual currency, the currency used to purchase virtual goods. Virtual goods means what? The goods which you are not having into the physical existence, just like your Amazon, right? Amazon जो आपको provide करता है, that is that you cannot see in a physical terms. You are just seeing onto your computer. You are seeing images. आप images देखते हो. You are not viewing the actual product, right? So that is that means, like, you people invest onto that virtual goods in order to make it. So these virtual currencies and virtual goods are working onto online marketplace only. Okay, so you experience a lot of things. You have a very good experience. You get a very good information about each and every particular product. Nowadays what happened, like, people go to the normal physical market and they take out some, like, the price of the product that they want to buy, and they compare that particular product price with the online price also, and they come to know, they get the differentiation. So there is a huge differentiation, right? Fine. So there you people use the different ways of doing the payment. You people are not giving the direct money to them. You use the various type of payment modes over there. Okay, next is, so Facebook credit is a very good example that you people use for the virtual currency so far, right? For example, from this particular slide you can consider, see, this is the kind of, like, website. There we are having so many gifts and all. So whenever we want to purchase, we have to go for the virtual currency. We cannot see, this is also the virtual currency. Only 10, only 50, only 20 means you can use the online coupons in order to buy them, in order to buy these gifting products. And right, you people get a lot of coupons, right? You get the coupon codes and all, purchase codes and all. So those are nothing but the virtual currency that you people are using. Next is virtual currency more. So, like, when you talk about the pros and cons, so virtual currency, low cost, it is having very low cost, no quantity limits, means there is no limitation. Like if you talk about the Google Pay also, imagine you want to transfer some amount to one person to the another person. So the limitation is very much, the limitation is not that too small, right? So there is no quantity limit, then it is very much profitable also. But the disadvantage is risk. Sometimes what happens, there are a lot of frauds which are going on onto the virtual currencies and all. And if you want to avoid this frauds and all, so you have to make small payments. Okay, you cannot see, like for example, if I want to transfer 1000 rupees to someone, so for very first time I won't transfer 1000 rupees. I will try for 20 rupees. I will try for 50 rupees, right? So that I can understand, is there any kind of risk or not? Fine. This is what you need to go ahead. Next is incorporate premium, but it is most virtual currency, free to play but limited. It is the example Obama 08. Okay. Next is freemium. Now what is this freemium? Freemium is nothing but the content, or you can say service, or you can say a software which is available in multi-tier of use. Means you are not using it for one purpose, you are using for the multiple purposes and all. Okay, so it is having the basic level also and the standardization level also. Freemium format means what? Conversion from free to paid. Like you are converting from free status to the paid status and all. This is not used currently, dear student. It was used into the traditional way also. Now, when you talk about the pros, so customer can be motivated to pay. Means like, the customer find it good, so it get motivated so that it can pay it. You get a free trial. You can easily adapt it without having any problem. But difficult when you switch from free model. Means currently you are into the free model, you are converting yourself from free model to the paid model. Difficulties are there. Okay, you have to make or you have to create the premium content. Need paid user to break events, like need paid users to break events. So you have to make yourself safer and secure. Okay, these online things are like in somehow very kind of like dangerous also. So you have to make yourself very much fit, very much enough smart. Example is hot suit, a traditional from an all free to premium model, successful transfer because of loyal user base and added feature. This is the hot suite that you people can find in freemium. Next is Ning. Ning is also an example of your freemium. Okay, so it has converted from freemium model. Okay, it was like it was using freemium model. Okay, for niche kind of market, means like niche kind of market in the sense the market which is not bounded to a specific nation, it is worldwide. So you have the various type of pricing, you have various type of subscriptions into every particular area there you want to implement your particular business. Next is advertising, dear student. Now what is the meaning of advertising? Why we people require the advertising? See, advertisement is nothing but the content, it is nothing but a service, it is also a software. Okay, but we people use it so that the people should view it. Okay, so because the advertiser third party are willing to pay for access to the customer community with distinct interest. With the help of advertisement, we can make our particular brand, we can make our particular business more and more good, more and more vast, more and more appropriate, you can see, right? So in advertising, we people are using the advertisers, and with the help of advertisers we try to boost it. Advertisers are the third party. Okay, advertisers are nothing but the third party. So advertisement के formats, there are various format, that is pay per click, like how many the for every particular click pay would be there, for every particular sharing pay would be there, then banners, ads are there, sponsored searches are there, sponsored content are there, contextual mobile advertising and everything, a lot of things are there. In various way you can do the advertisement. There are various ways of doing the advertisement so far. Advertisement pros are like it is very much successful. Okay, it has a very larger visibility. Okay, then along with that it is very much focused, or you can say targeted, and you pay for what is your content all about. Means as per your content you do the payment. But what about the disadvantages? Disadvantage could be, see, advertisement, it will be viewed by each and everyone. So there is no specific audience to whom you are targeting. Okay, and this could be the reason where the people would be having negativity among them. Okay, so this could be a case also. If we post the wrong advertisement to the wrong particular customer, it will never give us the good feedback. That is the most important problem. Example is Twitter advertisement areas. I have given you. Okay, so it introduces the advertising program in April 2010. Okay, so this is the way how you people get. Next is, now we can do the comparison. So comparison is like advertisement is optional. And when you talk about the freemium, so freemium is again divided into two parts. Either you can go for the subscription or you can go for the It's like it has a two main areas. Either not, you can say freemium is having two main areas, subscription and virtual currency. Whereas advertising is very much rare, optional area. All models, all year, all the models are being linked and they have their relationship among each other. Now, the next thing that is about the problem with SSMM, that is social media, is meant to be social, not commercial. Social का मतलब होता है कि we people use it for the welfare of the people, but we have made it commercial. Okay, generally if you talk about the Facebook, Twitter, Tinder, like that, these are the platform where people will come together and they will talk with each other. But nowadays we have made this particular website, or we have made this particular application as a commercial application, where we are not only talking with each other, but yes, we are generating some money out of it, right? And this is unpredictable. You cannot make any kind of prediction so far. Okay, so you can say there are the few strategies that you people are applying onto it. One is the URL. URL ka U stands for ubiquity first and revenue later. Right? That is the thing. Means first you should understand the market. First you should analyze it. Then you should think about the revenue that this particular market or this particular business will generate for me. So you have to always keep a track. You have to always maintain a kind of good space when you're using the online social networking sets and all. So when you talk about the future directions, so it is not currently optimized and you cannot predict that it will be optimized. Optimized means what? 100% accuracy. If you want to get from the monetization or from the internet based data and all. So I can say no. You cannot trust on them. Short run means developing strategies. So long run means niche market to dominant monetization, means if you want to rule the world, then you have to make a long term investment plan or long term scheming plans or planning. Okay, but whereas when you talk about the short term, so they are not frequent, they are not like that much variable. Okay, future directions means inside of 2015, so 80% of $29 trillion market it has captured so far. The highly lucrative market and scalable opportunity means you get a lot of scalable implementation onto it. Then so this is an activity, dear student, that doesn't require anything. Fine. So this is all about your monetization, students. So monetization plays a very important role. I'm just repeating this part again and again. So social media is having the various type of points, and you have to go through those points, and these points are adding more and more value to your particular stuffs that you people are using. So it is very much very much required to understand the things. Okay, so by this we can conclude the things. Yes, monetization plays a very tribute type of role when you talk about your social media marketing and all. Your social media marketing is having a strong interconnection with your you can say with your monetization, because it is a very good strategy that people are using nowadays. The people are not using it for the nation level, they are in fact they are using it for the worldwide level, so that they can they can grow, they can have a very good scalable business. Creating a business or implementation of the business is not important, but how you people scale it, how you people run it, how you people make it more successful, that is most important part that you have to think about it. This is all what is being required nowadays. You are not requiring a businessman, you are requiring a smart businessman which can make your particular business more and more smarter. Okay, so today students we will stop here only, and we will come back with the another so important topic of your digital marketing.